From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Friday, March 14th, an unplanned vacation for Chrysler workers. Supporters of universal health care rally outside the Capitol, looking into Brandywine 100 sewer problems. Here are the details. The bad news keeps coming at Chrysler's Newark assembly plant, where workers are being told to take a mandatory 2-week vacation in July. The Newark plant is being closed the weeks of the 7th and 14th, part of a company-wide shutdown aimed at boosting efficiency. There hasn't been much reason for high morale in Newark either. With this announcement, Chrysler says it will close the plant sometime next year. A man is dead after being run over twice on Route 13. Witnesses say the man wearing dark clothing stood up in the McDonald's parking lot, walked over to 13 South, and laid down right in the middle of the lane, propping his hands behind his back like a pillow. A car hit him and pulled over, trying to stop others from doing the same, but a second car hit him and fled the scene. Police are investigating into whether or not this was a suicide. One problem, different solutions. That's how the issue of health care in Delaware played out in Dover yesterday. WDEL's legislative correspondent Carl Konevsky reports.
House Republicans, led by Seaford Representative Dan Short, announced a package of bills to make health care more affordable. One bill, sponsored by Greenville's Debbie Hudson, would give a tax credit to small business owners who buy coverage for their employees. Though the measure could cost up to more than $7 million, Short says it's a better investment than some other state expenditures.
I'd rather not buy a building in Wilmington or Sussex County that we don't need, or some other facility, and I'd rather put that money to good use in something like this. I think the return is great for the state. It's an economic driver.
While lawmakers announced their package, members of the Alliance for Healthcare Reform rallied in favor of universal health care and delivered petitions of support to legislators. They say a system with a single payer eliminates wasteful spending on the part of insurance companies and puts more money back into health care. State Representative John Kowalko, a Newark Democrat, says we're out of time and need to fix the system.
It's the biggest expenditure in our marketplace now. It's what's driving the economy to other countries. There's a auto plant that was built in Canada specifically because it was cheaper to manufacture those cars there because of their universal health care system.
Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A suspected bank robber is caught in a library. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Wilmington University now offers the Doctor of Business Administration program. This advanced degree is designed to enhance leadership and managerial skills. Applications for fall semester are being accepted now, so visit us at wilmu.edu/business or call 877-967-5464. Wilmington University, your life, your time, your education.
State police say a woman living in a tent near Wilmington's riverfront is in critical condition after being stabbed 10 times. Police say she was stabbed last night around 9:30 in the 400 block of South Madison Street. She underwent emergency surgery at Christiana Hospital. Investigators are hoping to interview her today. At this point, no suspect information. State House Republicans say they want to restore the public's confidence in the General Assembly. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
House Majority Leader Dick Cathcart says 5 pieces of legislation will address the professional conduct of all members of the House and Senate. Greenville Representative Debbie Hudson says members of the legislature should disclose any family members working for the state. In expressing the importance of the bill, Hudson quoted from the oath she and her colleagues took upon taking office.
I swear always to place the public interest above any special or personal interest and respect the right of future generations. This disclosure bill will support and emphasize our personal integrity that we owe to the public.
In addition to that disclosure, Cathcart says they'll also be restricted under a new Anti-Influence Act.
It would prohibit them from going to the Joint Finance Committee, the Bond Bill Committee, to put epilogue language in, to call a cabinet secretary or a division director or an agency head or an HR person to try to influence the hiring or discipline or promotion or advancement.
Other pieces include calling for regular meetings of the House Ethics Committee, training for members of the General Assembly, and a resolution requesting advice from the National Conference of State Legislatures. Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
Wilmington police throw the book at a bank robber who was caught inside a city library. Police say Michael Edelin held up the Wilmington Trust at 10th and Market Streets on Wednesday afternoon. Witnesses say he dropped some of the money near Rodney Square while running away. Edelin was seen running into the Wilmington Library, which was shut down while cops looked for him. They did eventually arrest him, recovered some of the money. He is charged with robbery in the case, also being charged in 2 other bank robberies in January. State police say they also have warrants out on him for robbery. The state police say a Pennsylvania woman's in critical condition after a Glasgow area crash involving 2 minivans. That happened about 7:30 yesterday morning. Police say the van Rahima Azizi was riding in crashed into another van after running a red light to Route 40 and Glasgow Avenue. Azizi's van rolled over several times, ejecting her from the back seat. 2 other occupants of that minivan were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. No one in the other minivan was hurt. Northern Newcastle County residents last night got a major update on the Brandywine sewer system project that started back in 2002. WDEL's Jim Hubmaster was there.
The 50-year-old sewer system, which services North Delaware, Namens, and Shellpot, is located in some of the county's most densely populated areas and contains some of the leakiest sewers. The project is identifying and prioritizing the parts of the system that need the most urgent attention, which includes system overloads, sewage in basements, and creeks. Newcastle County Councilman John Cartier says one of the biggest reasons for doing this is to protect the environment and quality of life.
We're doing this in order to protect the public health, to protect the environment and water quality on the Brandywine 100 and to maintain our high quality of life that we have here.
The rehabilitation of the sewer system has 3 phases, and the first phase is expected to go through 2010 and cost up to $149 million. Jim Hubmaster, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The latest inductees into Delaware's Sports Hall of Fame. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
When it comes to flooring, great style doesn't have to be expensive, especially when you shop at Carpet One Floor & Home. Our 1,000-store buying power gives you the best prices on hardwood, carpet, tile, laminate, and more, including brands you'll find exclusively at Carpet One Floor & Home, like Liz Claiborne Home, Good Housekeeping with Resista, and Lee's, all with guaranteed installation and no payments for 1 year. See how easy it is to find your perfect style. Shop in store, online, or in-home, only at Carpet One Floor & Home.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, a last-second shot lifts Del State into the MEAC semifinals. Trevor Welcher's 10-foot bank shot with 1.7 seconds left kept the Hornets' season alive, beating North Carolina A&T. They will take on top seed Morgan State tonight. Women's basketball, Delaware rallied from a 9-point deficit in the final 4 minutes, but UNC Wilmington held off the Blue Hens in the first round of the CAA women's basketball tournament. Delaware took the lead with 1 minute but couldn't hold on. Freshman Tizia Harris led Delaware with 17 points and a career-high 5 3-pointers. Delaware's season ends with the worst record in the program history, 7-24, but the team played 8 freshmen and sophomores and will have all but 2 players back for next year. Delaware State's women's team, the number 3 seed, scored an easy win over Morgan State yesterday, advancing to the semifinals of the MEAC tournament. Del State will play number 3 seed Coppin State this afternoon. And 12 people covering a variety of sports will be inducted into the Delaware Sports Hall of Fame May 14th. Among those being honored are former basketball coaching great Lou Bender, former wrestling coach Jack Holloway, and former football legend Ron Dickerson. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: sunshine followed by clouds and some late-day rain today, but the highs reaching 60. Tonight, rain off and on. Then partial clearing overnight, low 42. Tomorrow, sunshine with increasing clouds. Rain tomorrow night, high 58. And for Sunday, the rain will end, clouds giving way to sunshine with a high of 48. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 a.m. And get WDEL News text alerts sent to your cell phone. Sign up here at WDEL.com. I'm Chris Carl. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.